Welcome back, everyone's the Bourbon Judge. Hey, first and foremost, happy Thanksgiving. Hopefully everyone's out there enjoying time with your loved ones, enjoying some good food, and more important, some good whiskey. Today's episode is actually one I recorded a few weeks ago. Our good friends over the Whiskey Vault reached out. They were going through a time period where they actually were dry for a period of time, and they asked certain YouTubers to record episodes for their channel. So today's episode, if you may have checked it out a few weeks ago over at the Whiskey Vault. If not, I want to make sure that everyone had a chance to check it out here. Hey, like we say, peace, cheers, salute, and again, happy Thanksgiving. Check out today's episode. See you guys. Hello, everyone. My name is Marcus, aka the Bourbon Judge. First and foremost, welcome to the Whiskey Vault. Glad to be here in place of supporting the Whiskey Vault today. Today, we're going to dive into craft distilleries, and I'm going to give you my 3 favorite craft distilleries and explain the reason why I love them. So, if you have a chance to check out my channel, you'll learn a little bit more about me, and you'll also learn a little bit more about the fact that I'm a huge fan of craft distilleries. I think when I think about like whiskey this day and age, craft distilleries are, in my personal opinion, are on the rise. The quality of the whiskey that they're producing is absolutely amazing. No matter if the craft distillery is located in Kentucky or other states, there's a ton of great whiskey being produced this day and age by craft distilleries. Cool? All right. So I'm going to go through these 3 different distilleries and just give you a couple of different facts about them as well as the reason why I love them. First and foremost, we have Glinch Creek. So Glinch Creek Distillery, which is located in Kentucky, right down the street from Woodford Reserve. So Dave Meyer, the owner, master distiller. Dave, what I love about him is that, number one, he's extremely authentic, super good guy, creating just fantastic whiskey. What I love about his sub-products, you have this one here, which is their staple, OCD number 5. I'm obviously a big fan of it because it's pretty much gone. But OCD number 5, Cafe au lait, almost all of his sub-products have a very chocolate-forward note in the beginning, mid, and end of the palate. Dave does use a bit more of malted barley in his mash bills. But when I think about just great quality whiskey, and I love the whole chocolate kind of a note that's in the mid, beginning, and end of the palate, for me, Glinch Creek, for a $70 bottle, this is some of the best Kentucky bourbon on the market. So if you have a chance to get to Kentucky, stop by Glinch Creek, do a tour, tell Dave I said hello, and then you can definitely thank me later once you've had a chance to try their whiskey. Cheers. Wow. That's truly exceptional. $70 bottle. Now we're going to leave Kentucky and go down to Branch, Louisiana. So JT Meleck, they've been around for about 8 or 9 years. JT Meleck, they're actually producing not bourbon, but actually rice whiskey. Yes, you heard me correct. Rice whiskey. They distill it, they age it, but it's 100% rice whiskey. It's not sake, I promise you it's not. They distill it, they age it, all in new American charred oak barrels. But the unique thing about JT Meleck, not only the fact that they're using 100% rice whiskey in the mash bill, is that it very much, honestly, it does taste very similar to bourbon. Here's the one key difference, in my personal opinion, about JT Meleck. It definitely has like your traditional bourbon notes, your caramel, your brown sugar, the oak, the leather, but you also get like a good blend of almost like a vanilla meets a maple syrup note. So a vanilla, almost like a vanilla infused maple syrup note. That to me is across the entire nose as well as the beginning, middle, and end of the palate. JT Meleck is also priced very reasonable. Most of their bottles are $50, $60, sometimes single barrels like $70, but for the most part, they're extremely affordable and above and beyond great quality whiskey. Cheers to JT Meleck, and hey, cheers to some rice whiskey. Cheers. Wow. Woo! Packs a punch. They say Kentucky hug, but this is a Louisiana hug. That is amazing. All right. Last but not least, my good friends over at Woodinville Whiskey Company. So many of you may or may have not tried Woodinville Whiskey Company products at some point. But what I love about Woodinville Whiskey Company is the fact that they too are a craft distillery based out in the great state of Washington. Everything that they work with, for the most part, is all local. So all of their grains are all locally within the state of Washington. They work with a local farm called the Omlin Farm. So they get all their grains from them, but they distill it, they age it, they bottle it, everything on site there in the state of Washington at their distillery, which is pretty cool. The one thing I love about Woodinville products is no matter if you're trying this 8-year-old product, which is their oldest age statement, or one of their like small batches, or even a single barrel, they always have a note of like honey. Not honey finish, but in the nose as well as in the palate, there's a good influence of honey. I'm not sure exactly how that happens, but I will say, if you haven't tried Woodinville products before, make sure you check them out. They too are producing amazing whiskey. Cheers to Woodinville. There's the honey. I love it. Oh gosh, it's so good. Hey, if you'd like to learn a little bit more about me and my channel, go ahead and check me out. Here's the link. I'll put it right here below. But I want to say thank you first and foremost to the Whiskey Vault. I really appreciate the time, and I'm really glad to be here today with you guys. Take care. Cheers.